Noisy pixel.
Seeing the stylish trailers for No More Heroes 3 may leave some gamers eager to experience Travis Touchdown's earlier adventures, which, before now, have been subjected to older hardware. Thankfully, Xseed is here to get you up to date by porting the adventure to the Nintendo Switch. Now, were my expectations of the game going to impact my enjoyment? Was I misreading a cult classic? No, I wasn't.
I am sending you a ticket for a show. Look nice. Let's go together. Number 4 will be there.
A show? Wait, this is a date, right?
No More Heroes stars the incredible loser himself, Travis Touchdown, who took up an assassination gig to make some cash and got himself roped into a tournament to the death, a contest between assassins to discover who the top dog is. Of course, it's not quite that simple. The association behind the fights requests an entry fee before each one. So if Travis wants to prove himself to be the very best, like no one ever was, he'll have to make himself a lot of cash. And what better way to obtain a stable income than odd jobs? Disclaimer, Noisy Pixel does not recommend that anyone obtain a stable income with odd jobs. Armed with his trusty beam katana, Travis can slice foes with high and low strikes. High strikes make for quick, rapid combos, whilst low strike combos take a bit longer to perform and have more range at the cost of leaving you more open. If you want to immerse yourself in the stabbing more, you can use the motion controls of the Joy-Cons for the authentic Nintendo Wii slashing experience. The performance on the Switch is a smooth and consistent frame rate for all of your slicing needs. While you can slice through the groups of average enemies with ease, the major boss fights, ranked matches, require a bit more skill. Wildly slashing at them will deal next to no damage, if at all, and you'll need to carefully use your dodge to work out exploitable openings carefully. Either finding points where they're left open or parrying their attacks to cause satisfying clashes. These boss fights are incredible amounts of fun and the best part of the game by far. They'll push your action genre skills to the limit in an over-the-top manner that the series masters. As mentioned earlier, there is an entry fee for participation, which means you'll need to make some extra cash. There are 3 ways to go about this. The first being getting on your bike and riding over to the job center where Travis can take on odd jobs from an over-enthusiastic manager. These take the form of goofy minigames which will have you collecting coconuts, mowing the lawn, picking up trash, watching off graffiti, and more. They're actually a surprising amount of fun, but will not net you much cash. However, when you complete them, the manager will talk to an associate of his, allowing you to unlock a new method of raking in cash. At K Entertainment. Here you'll get assassination missions that will have you going on killing sprees against all sorts of mobsters. These are your real money makers. However, there's also a third method at your disposal in the form of free battles. These will set you against a collection of enemies, but you'll be given an instant loss upon taking any damage. They're not a shabby way of raking up cash and can even be a faster way of making it, provided you develop the skills to pull them off repeatedly. This essentially teaches you how to analyze enemies and beat them damage free, which are exactly the skills you need for those tricky boss fights. The entry fee isn't the only thing you need to be money making for, as there are a collection of ways to spend it. You can spend time at the gym mashing buttons to boost your health and strength, buy new clothes to switch up your attire, watch movies to learn new moves from, and you can pick up new beam katanas for cooler combos. Additionally, you can hunt down for basketballs, which you can exchange for new passive skills. This isn't that much though. The open world itself is pretty sparse and you need to drive to every single location. It doesn't sound entertaining on a base level, but there's something incredibly charming and goofy about it. The jobs having a fancy bike that makes Akira slides on every break, slashing up mobsters and earning your way into ranked fights. It all creates this unique game loop that makes it easy to invest time into this adventure. Still, the bosses have little in the way of character depth, with nothing more than a pre-fight and post-fight cutscene that ends in their obligatory death. And come on, Travis isn't even that much more than an oddball loser. However, there's little tidbits and quirks you can work out about Travis and his opponents, which is helped even further by each fight having a unique setup and boss theme with each confrontation. These are then emphasized by how they're all spaced out. Each one is made to feel important, like a milestone victory as you climb your way up the ranks. This is what No More Heroes excels at. It makes things feel important even if they don't seem like they generally would be. The art style may not be the cleanest, but every little action down to pressing the A button to turn on the beam katana before each mission you use it is incredibly satisfying.
Am I ready? Anytime. Gotcha.
No More Heroes is a game that sounds like it could be fun, and then on closer examination looks bizarrely empty, full of padding, and shallow in terms of story depth. However, when you actually experience it, you're left with an experience that experiments with just how much it can employ the concept of less is more. It's got a down-to-earth yet surrealist narrative that is incredibly rewarding, with an extremely cool and satisfying combat system, providing an unstoppable feeling. Some games really do live up to their hype, huh? Noisy Pixels giving No More Heroes a 9 out of 10. Thank you guys so much for watching. Noisy Pixels is a group dedicated to bringing you guys the best news, reviews, previews, and more. Please stick around by subscribing and ringing the bell and whatever the hell. What's the coolest beam katana? Because, you know, you've got the choice between, the Tsubaki MK2 or the Tsubaki MK3. Or maybe you just like the basic. They've all got some neat combos behind them, so. What strikes your fancy?